Hello and welcome to Low Budget Gaming and welcome to another sales video on Steam. So the autumn sale has just ended, but we have a lot of interesting games on sale just after the sale. So as you know, there's always something on sale. So I've picked some interesting games here, mostly hidden gems and cheap games that you may not have heard of or you've heard of but haven't heard of them recently. So first we have SCUM. Somebody asked me in the comments, I think, a couple of times to include this, and yeah, here it is. It's on sale. Mostly positive reviews here. It's still in early access, survival crafting type of game. 50% off, 379 in India, $17.49, £13.89 and €15. The player numbers are still pretty good. Right now we have almost 15,000 people playing, and this is something that's always impressed me about this game. The player base is always decent here, and they seem to have updates. I've been sort of, we could say, following this game for about a few years because one of my friends used to stream this, but I personally don't play these type of games. Next is the big one that I wanted to mention. This is Warhammer 40,000 Inquisitor Martyr. So Warhammer 40k ARPG, Diablo style, and this is a massive ARPG. On your disc this will be like 80 GB or something, different classes. They just dropped a new class on the 28th of November over here, the Sororitas or the Battle Sister, and yeah, it is over here 621 in India. This is just the class. The base game here is 80% off, 333 in India, $10, £679 and €10. The complete edition is 80% off, 513 rupees, $16, £10.87 and €16. I have the game. I've only briefly played it, so I'll probably try it again. But the new DLC is not included in this complete version, which is kind of annoying. I don't like this practice. Hopefully they can include it in the future and then call it complete, because you have 20 of 21 items. But again, it is a new one. As you can see, it's priced more than the complete edition. So yeah, now if you see here, the reviews are mixed, and a lot of the complaints down in the reviews is the game is always online, even for single player, and it tends to disconnect frequently, and people are playing and they get disconnected. So that is the main reason why this has so many mixed reviews. Otherwise everyone is saying the game is good, but it's just that connectivity thing that is bothering a lot of people, and understandably so. Like, if you're playing single player, why do you need to be online? So it does have online elements as well, but if you're just playing single player, then it shouldn't be disconnecting you when you're just playing by yourself. So anyway, so that is the main reason why you see mixed reviews here. I think they've added this recently. I played this game I think mid last year. I bought it during the summer sale 21, and I did not have the issue. I don't know if they've added this recently or something, but that is a lot of people complaining down in the comments. Next is Elderborn. So Elderborn is a first person slasher, as they call it, and they call it Metal AF. I have played this game. It is quite fun. It's sort of a medieval setting. You are like a barbarian character and you're smashing and destroying things, and these undead creatures and skeleton types. Let me just see. And yeah, it's generally quite fun. There's a kicking animation that's quite fun. You just saw there. So yeah, a nice little game, and this is 60% off, 183 in India, $6, £4.55 and €5. Barotrauma. So another game that pops up frequently when I see these sales videos, but I've never gotten around to getting it. This is a 2D survival horror management type of game, and you are on a submarine in space, and you have to manage the submarine and make sure it is in good condition, fix any leaks and stuff like that. So it's still in early access, but you can see here overwhelmingly positive reviews here. 75% off, 174 in India, $749, £537 and €624. Then we have some interesting racing games that I found. I did not include them in the other video, but just smaller indie games with decent reviews. So this is Midnight Driver. Drive into the golden era of Japanese street racing, choose from a list of iconic cars and perfect your driving skills in beautiful mountain roads, and then challenge your friends and rivals in downhill, uphill or ring battles. It looks good. The graphics look decent as well. for a budget game. So you can see here, and 70% positive here, 81 recent positive reviews, 60% off, 139 only, $4, 287 pounds and 327 euros. I've also put this on my wish list. Next is Airheart Tales of Broken Wings. Another game I played a few years ago when it first came out. This is a very colorful rogue-like game. You play as this girl who's like a young pilot, and you fly around, and there are like floating cities in the sky. I can't remember too much about the game right now, but it looked very colorful, and the different levels. Fun little game. This is 70% off, 119 in India, $449, 329 pounds and 330 euros. Another racing game. This is called, let me see, Kanjozoku game. Another Japanese night street racing drifting type of game. This one looks better, more realistic graphics. I think a lot of people who grew up with the Need for Speed style of games crave for these style of games, and at the moment I see quite a few cheap indie games that I had never heard of on Steam, and yeah, they look decent. They have got positive reviews. This one has nearly 2,000 reviews and is sitting at 88% positive, so why not? Another game I've added to my wish list. So this is 50% off, 109 in India, $3, 249 pounds and 249 euros. Next is NeverSynth. So this is not technically a racing game. This is more of your what do you call it, rhythm driving, you could say. And even then it's not really driving, it's basically switching lanes. So let me show you what it sounds like. So I'll show you the music. So you're basically switching lanes to avoid getting hit by those sort of long things. And yeah, you have to try and see how long you can do this. So I think you can call this an idler type of game maybe, but some of these games are very hard. There's another game called Neon Drive that I had played, and that was brutal. That game was hard. So yeah, this just looks very nice, and it's got that synth 80s nostalgia. I'm like a kid from the 80s, so it always appeals to me, these type of things. More racing game. So Flatout 2. So I got a comment in the last racing games video to include this one, and yes, I was about to include this. In fact, I bought it myself this morning on GOG. So this is I think the most popular one among the Flatout games. The new ones seem to have very bad reviews. This is 80% off, 73 in India, only $2, 119 pounds and 199 euros. You can also get this on GOG, which is where I got it from. This is $2. In India, the price will be a bit higher compared to Steam, but of course, like I say every time, here it's DRM free. You don't need the launcher, you own the game, it'll run on the new Windows, etc, etc. So yeah, this is made, I think, by the same people who made the Wreckfest game. Next we have a cheap FPS. This is Painkiller Hell and Damnation. So I've heard of the Painkiller games, but I haven't played them personally. There are quite a few games. This is, I think, the cheapest one here. So mostly positive reviews here, 77%, which is pretty good. And this is 90% off, only 69 rupees, $2, 179 pounds and 199 euros. There seems to be a collection of skins or something, complete pack. So these are all the games, I guess. Anyway, so yeah, this one here is very cheap. You can pick this up if you want a FPS game from 2012, which is, I think, just the right time for these style of games. And then finally, another cheap FPS pick. This is Crossbow Bloodnight, another game that I played and showed off the gameplay. So this is an arena shooter. So here in the middle of the courtyard, you are dropped in with a crossbow, and you have to just kill hordes and hordes of demons, monsters, whatever, and see how far you can manage, how many you can get, and build up your score. So there's good movement here. You can jump around, bunny hop, dash and stuff like that. And your bow has abilities as well, like basically you shoot single, or you can go and ADS and hit like multiple targets. And yeah, it's fun. If you want a fast-paced FPS, this is something you could try. And the reason is also because it's quite cheap. 80% off 31 rupees only, 59 cents, 49 pence and 59 cents in euros. So yeah, that's it for this midweek deals update. Quite a few cheap games as you can see here, and I'm tempted to get a few, but I have to kind of start playing some of the games in my backlog as well. But yeah, check these out. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.